Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Breaking news.
Breaking news, we are following this fire in Upper Bidwell Park for you, so let's get right to it. Our Action News Now reporter Carmela Karcher is there on the ground. So Carmela, what can you tell us about this fire?
Esteban, I'm currently standing here in Upper Bidwell Park, and as you can see behind me, this is the park fire. You can see the glow. As I've been standing here for—
Breaking news.
Breaking news, a gas leak in Chico is having people shelter in place in their homes. Police and PG&E are on scene of this gas leak, and they're telling people to avoid the area. Action News Now reporter Tori Apodaca is live in Chico. Tori, what can you tell us about this incident? Thank you, Carmela. Stay safe out there. And Carmela will stay out there at this fire, and we will bring you more when we can. So our chief meteorologist, Jason Stiff, joins us live in the Storm Tracker Weather Center. So, Jason, how is the weather out there in that area of Upper Bidwell right now?
Well, thankfully, it isn't too bad. It could be a lot worse. It's very dry, it's very warm, but it's not too windy.
A new airline connection officially touched down in Redding this evening. And new tonight, our Action News Now reporter Anna Torres shows us the moment that flight landed. And new at 4, a class action lawsuit has been filed against PG&E from hundreds of Dixie Fire survivors. Lawyer Brett Parkinson is representing the plaintiffs. The Dixie Fire is the largest single fire in California history, and tonight it is 97% contained after burning for more than 80 days and scorching 863,000 acres. Parkinson shared this statement with Action News Now saying, quote, "This appears to be another example of PG&E starting a massive fire," he said, "that could have been avoided." PG&E has not been convicted of starting the Dixie Fire. That is still under investigation. And the number of fully vaccinated people in our area is slowly rising. Take a look at our local counties. This is Butte and Glenn counties. Both are above 50% of the eligible population being fully vaccinated. Trinity at 46%. And more than 65% of eligible Americans are fully vaccinated across the country. But remember, that's only people 12 and up. Shots for kids under 12 are still in the works. But as Britt Conway reports, getting a vaccine ready for kids 5 to 11 is one of the FDA's top priorities. One local city declaring a homeless shelter crisis. Coming up, how one local nonprofit is hoping to make serious change when it comes to housing those who need it. Plus, Governor Gavin Newsom signing a bill that will help make college more affordable for people in California. Just how much money is going into higher education? But first, a high school shooting leaving 2 with bullet wounds and the suspect finally caught. How parents there felt about it when Action News Now First at 4 continues. Another wildfire in Shasta County, this time in the city of Shasta Lake. It started near I-5 off of Cascade Boulevard, and Action News Now reporter Jordan Henry was there as firefighters got this fire under control.
As you can see right behind me, there's many fire trucks and fire crews here to work on containing this fire that burned 1/8 of an acre.
And we check in with Chief Meteorologist Jason Stiff in the Storm Tracker Weather Center. So, Jason, you can see it out there in the camera. That's not all from smoke. It's pretty cloudy out there.
Yeah, a lot of clouds outside. Thankfully, with these fires popping up, we don't have a lot of heat, and the wind isn't very...
There's a reason we're making historic investments in higher education. It's because we had an historic budget surplus this year, $47.1 billion, unprecedented, historic budget for higher education in the state of California.
Governor Gavin Newsom signing one of the largest higher education packages in modern state history. It's part of his California Comeback Plan, and the bill expands financial aid, increases affordable student housing, and provides more slots for in-state students at California universities. And it's all to help boost higher education in the state. Action News Now reporter Anna Torres is live at Shasta College. Anna, what does that mean for colleges in our area?
Well, Shasta College will be getting a slice of that $47 billion package, Esteban.
Breaking today, Cal OSHA has allowed workers to take masks off at work. And with the governor's signature, this is effective as soon as tomorrow. Joy Benedict explains what this means for you at work. In Upper Bidwell Park right now, east of Chico, where Chico Fire Crews and CAL FIRE are on scene. And right now, we have Chico Fire Chief Standrich on the phone. So, Chief, I'm assuming that you're there on scene. Can you tell us what's going on? What are the efforts that you guys are doing right now?
We have a host of units up on Upper Bidwell. Fire started on the north side of Bear Hole and burned its way up to Upper Rim Park Trail. And we have several dozers up there, hand crews, multiple engines from Chico as well as Butte unit, Cal Fire unit.
Yeah, and Chief, and I want to ask you, are there any evacuations in order right now, or is there anything the public needs to be aware about?
No, the fire has been contained on the upper part of the fire on the upper trail, and they're working the lower trail and hitting hot spots. Right now the winds have died down, so it's not pushing. So the crews are trying to get enough resources up there to contain it, hopefully without any major damage. We have an estimated, roughly speaking, about 250 acres, slow rate of spread.
Gotcha, Chief. Thank you. You answered my next question, which is just how big this fire is, because we continue to watch this glow grow over this hill. It went from, I believe it was 1 to 2 acres slow spread, then 15. Now we're hearing 250. That's right?
That's just a rough estimate based on expert experience.
Gotcha, Chief.
No geo point yet. I just asked the public to stay away from the park, and please don't call 911 if you see smoke or smell smoke. We're already aware of the fire.
Gotcha, Chief. Thank you. And we know that you and crews out there are working extremely hard to get this fire totally under control. Do you know which direction, if any, this fire is moving right now?
I do not.
Gotcha. And you said the wind has died down out there, which is great news. Is there any cause of this fire? Do you know of any cause of what might have sparked this?
No.
Gotcha. And of course, we're in the middle of this heat wave. How necessary is it for people to be aware of the conditions that could spark a fire just like this?
Extremely aware. Pay close attention to your activity. Human-caused fires are generally what cause these human activity in wildland-urban interface areas. So we ask the public to be very cognizant of their activities, no open fires, be cautious of doing any yard work after about 10 o'clock in the morning into the late evening.
Gotcha.
Let it cool down.
Got it, Chief. And one more question for you here. Should people near that area, should they be ready to evacuate just in case?
No.
Got it. It sounds like you guys have it under control over there. And I know you guys are working extremely hard. So we really appreciate this time, Chief. And I think that's it for all of these questions here. Anything else that you want to say to the folks at home? Anything else that you feel we didn't touch on that you want to tell the public?
Not at this time.
Got it. Chief Standridge, thank you so very much for the time. And we will be back with Jason for your weather and more on this fire. So keep it right here on Action News Now at 11.